We're given the following 5 key points on one cycle of a sine wave. So we need to find the equation of that actual curve. So how are we going to do that? Well, for most people, the easiest way to do that is to actually graph the points that were given to us. So what I suggest is that you pause the video, go graph it, and come back and check your answer. So hopefully your graph resembles this one. It may be a lot prettier, it may be about the same, doesn't really matter. So I know what it looks like for a cycle. So what can I find? Well, I know that I can find the range. Now remember, technically you can find the range simply from the 5 points given. You don't need the graph. And so what is the range? Well, what's the smallest y value I have in my points? Well, that's going to be a -1. And what's the largest value? It's a 5. So my range is going to be from -1 to 5. Now, the next thing that we want to find, what do we want to find? Let's write the standard form so we make sure that we're all talking about the same thing. So I'm going to have a sine bracket b times x minus c plus d. So now I need to find actually a, b, c, and d. Well, I know that a is the amplitude. And how am I going to find the amplitude? Well, the highest point it goes to is 5. And then as it comes back down, before it starts to actually change direction, is 2. So that's going to be 5 minus 2, which is 3. Now, where does a single cycle actually happen? Well, I notice that I actually have a cycle starts at 1 and it changes again up here at 5. So my cycle is from 1 to 5. So that tells me then that my period is actually 4. Well, that's great, but I need b, right? So I know that p equals 2 pi over b. And if I solve this for b, I'm going to get b equals 2 pi over p. Well, I know the period, so 2 pi over 4 equals pi over 2. So now I have b. So I've got a and I've got b. So let's see, what do I want to do for c? Well, c is a phase shift. And I noticed that from the original sine, which starts at the origin, we've moved it over 1 unit to the right. So that's going to be a +1. I also noticed that there is a vertical shift. Now, what is the vertical shift? Well, I see that instead of being at the origin, the first point is up 2 places, so it has shifted up 2. Now that I have those values, I want to plug it in to actually find the equation. So I'm going to get y equals, we got a 3 for a, and then I have my b value, which we said was pi over 2, times x, we said c is 1, and then we said d is 2. So this would be the actual equation of the sine wave.